And a very pleasant, good Tuesday morning to you. It's April the 14th, another stay-at-home day. It's going to be very warm and humid along our Treasure Coast today. Slightly cooler inland with breezy southerly winds. This afternoon, possible record-breaking high temperatures in the low to mid-90s. Partly sunny skies and breezy winds out of the southwest. A few strong thunderstorms moving from the east to the west, possibly during the afternoon and early evening. So today is not going to be a particularly good numbers day. So let's just dive in and get started. We're going to start out with Indian River County as we usually do. And although our numbers are coming down, as you can see, we keep looking at the peak, and the peak was back here on March the 31st. We get down to yesterday, we had two more positive cases yesterday. The previous day we had one. Yes, we are sliding down. It is coming down, and that looks pretty good. Indian River County did a lot better than some of the other counties did. So let's take a look at the total state of Florida for the moment. 21,019 cases, 499 deaths, and we actually bumped up just a teeny bit to 866 yesterday with new cases. The previous day was 850. Our previous high day was 1,300, and that was on April the 3rd. So yes, we're coming down a little bit. These two numbers are somewhat lower. That's a good thing. We're glad to see that. So let's move down to Dade County. And some of these are just, I can't believe this. I was really hoping that we were beginning to slide down the other side, and I'm not so sure that that's the case. And if I can get to Dade County here. Okay, Dade County, 68 non-positive, 109 deaths, 581 hospitalized, and positive residents, 7,391. They popped up a little bit yesterday to 345 new cases yesterday from the previous day of 294. And, of course, the highest day was 531 on April the 3rd. So that's Dade County. Then we'll go up to Broward County. Broward County is pretty disappointing. They had 114 non-resident tested, 77 deaths, 483 hospitalized, total positive residents 3,063, and yesterday was almost a record-breaking day for them of 223. They had 222 on April the 10th, and so that would make April the 10th and yesterday is the two biggest days of reporting since we started keeping track of this. So Broward County did not fare very well. So sorry to hear that. That's just awful. 77 deaths down there. Not good at all. So that Broward, let's go up to Palm Beach County. In Palm Beach County, now they're looking a lot better. Of course, they had a big spike over here on the April the 11th, but then we come down here to yesterday, and they only had 45 new cases. 45 is 45 too many. Their score is 92 deaths, 269 hospitalized, and 1,655 positive residents tested. So I'm glad to see this number is somewhat smaller down here with 45, but still 45 too many. But look at this. This was horrible over here on the 11th of 180. Next, we will move up to Martin County. And in Martin County, they popped up a little bit yesterday with seven new cases. They have 3 deaths there, 28 hospitalized, and 122 positive residents. So here they are with 7 yesterday. Total peak back here on April the 6th was 18. That was their biggest day. It looked like everything was coming down, then all of a sudden, bang, it popped back up again. Now let's move up to St. Lucie County. St. Lucie County, 7 deaths, 48 hospitalized, 159 residents. They're down now. Well, that's a good thing. They're down to 4 yesterday. The previous day was 8. And as you can see, the trend is coming down. That looks pretty good. So we're pretty happy with St. Lucie County. We did Indian River County because that's where we are. Let's go up to Brevard County, which is just north of us, Brevard County being Melbourne. Now, look at this. This is terrible. They popped up yesterday with 14 new cases, and the previous high was 14 since we've been testing. So they had 2 days back April the 3rd and yesterday with the most number of cases of 14. It's so hard to understand how these things can take place. Now let's go over to Orange County, and Orange is in Orlando, or is Orlando. Orange County, 13 deaths, 139 hospitalized, 968 positive residents. And look at this, they're down. They only had 24 yesterday. The previous day, they had 64, and their highest was 116 on April the 1st. Okay, let's take a look at the big picture. The United States total cases, 582, 594. U.S. deaths, 23,648. Globally, 1,925,811. Deaths, 119,819. That's the global picture. Just to add a few more numbers here, Florida ranks 11th in the nation's total deaths, and in 9th place, tie with Georgia, an increase of the deaths over the previous day. New York has 10,056, including 671 additional fatalities on Monday. The record was set on Thursday with 799. Okay, folks, don't be fooled about warmer weather should reduce the playing ground for COVID-19. Unfortunately, not true. This virus seems to have a protective shield that does not extinguish it by warmer weather. So they were thinking up north, well, good heavens, if the weather gets warmer, this is going to go away pretty quickly. Not necessarily so. It doesn't seem to care too much about how warm it is. Well, let's take a look at it. Look where we are. And we're pretty warm down here compared to how they are up there, and we're not doing so great either. Okay, once you get COVID-19, chances of you getting it again are very slim as your body becomes immune to reinfection. Now, the rest of the story. This immunity most likely will subside after 1 or 2 years. Therefore, you could be reinfected thereafter. So we thought earlier, 2 weeks ago, that once you had it, you probably would not get it again. Your body would be totally immune to it. Not so. After 1 or 2 years, you could possibly get it again. Therefore, we need to come up with this vaccine to have to take a shot like we do for the flu shot. For the average American, we have a 2 in 10 chance of getting COVID-19, and we have a 98% chance of recovery. So now why aren't we hearing this information? Now, this is good information. The average American has a 2 in 10 chance of getting COVID-19 and 98% chance of recovery. We don't hear that news very often. Interestingly enough, more people are booking cruises for 2021 than they did this time last year. All right, this is the most important thing, and some of my viewers have suggested this to me, and they're absolutely right. We all know this. Testing, testing, testing is the answer. There is still a big shortage of testing equipment. Testing is absolutely necessary prior to opening up the economy. We have to test. It's so important. The more testing we do, the better information we'll have, and we'll know exactly where we are. In addition to that, we'll know who has had it and who does have it. And right now, we don't know that because this is a very sneaky virus. This thing can sit in there, and you may think you don't have it. You feel perfectly fine. And in fact, you're infected, and you're infecting people around you. That is the awful thing about this masked bandit. So we need more testing. We have to push whomever we have to push to get these testing kits in so we can get pretty quick results. Some of these testing kits gives us results within 15 minutes. I don't know the difference between the one test and the other. Some tests are actually better than other tests, and they give you more information. But nonetheless, any testing is better than no testing at the moment. So whatever you can do to push whomever you need to push, and I'll do the same thing here, we need to have more testing. And you do need to get tested. Everybody should be tested. And the only good news I have for you today, and I say this frequently, and that is no rain, no rainbow. So let's face it. Every life must, what's the song called? Into each life a little rain must fall. Yeah, it was written by a partner of mine's dad many years ago. Into life a little rain must fall. Well, no rain, no rainbow. So we have to go through some bad things every once in a while to have the good things. I hope all of you stay safe. Please stay inside. Please don't go out and run around and do all the kind of stuff you're not supposed to be doing. There's no reason to do so. I know you're getting a little stir crazy, getting cabin fever, so to speak, but please be obedient. Do the right thing. And if you like this, give me a like, please. I had a record-breaking number of people that watched this video the other day. That makes me feel extra good. And subscribe to the channel if you would like to receive more of these. And have a really safe day.